Goku and Frieza battle it out one more time as we talk Dragon Ball Super episode 24. Gekitotsu Frieza Tai Son Goku Kore ga ora no Shugyo no Sekai da, which translates to Clash, Frieza versus Son Goku. This is the fruit of my training as we continue the adaptation from the Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F movie. And I gotta say, guys, this version of the events, story-wise, are much, much better. As far as this episode went, I really enjoyed this episode. The animation, I'm not going to get on this thing about the animation, it's been talked about to death, but understand that the animation in this episode was very, very strange. It wasn't bad, and it wasn't... Okay, there were parts of it that were bad, there were parts of it that were good. It was just very, very inconsistent. You saw in some frames, you saw very thick key lines. In other frames, you saw like good animation. But in other frames, then you saw like Goku's face looking weird. Very inconsistent, but I do believe it'll get fixed for the Blu-ray. Again, it wasn't bad. Nothing's ever going to get to episode 5 level bad, but it was jarring to see how it kind of changed. It was just very weird. And of course, this should be without question. But if you're going to compare the film, budget versus the series budget, of course the film's gonna have a bigger budget. So when you watch the fight in the series, it's not gonna be as well animated as the movie version. So just get ready for that. Don't expect it to be the same level. When Goku and Frieza are fighting in the movie, a lot of hand-to-hand combat, a lot of quick moves. This version of the fight was different, but story-wise and character-wise, it was better. Like, the movie looks better and kind of feels smoother, but the TV version was better for these characters, and I'll get to why in a minute. So the episode starts with Goku and Frieza kind of going face to face. Really enjoyed how they had a long stare down and they actually went face to face, like not like close up. I love it. And then they start duking it out, hand to hand, not really too much. They go into this like old school pro wrestling. There's a lot of wrestling stuff in this episode. It's kind of interesting if you're a fan of the old school wrestling. There's a lot to love here. Goku and Frieza did like a test of strength. Like, when you have your hands up and you have like the other guy, he has his hands and you're clenched, like whoever's stronger. They did that for the whole first part of the episode, or the first like part of the fight, I mean. And then Frieza, for some reason, fires a ki blast at Krillin and at Gohan. Goku blocks it and this is all done as a distraction. This is kind of a classic, like, distract the ref type thing, old school wrestling we saw here. Goku sees the beam going at Krillin, and Goku quickly jumps in and blocks it, and then Frieza tries to ambush him and nails him with some shots, some good little shots. Goku blocks a shot, knees him in the stomach, and then they square off in the sky. I like the fact that Frieza is using dirty tricks here. Frieza in this version of the event is much dirtier, and it's much closer to a Frieza that fits. Because remember, guys, Frieza's a scummy villain. Frieza's a sniveling, dirtbag. Frieza is a coward in many ways, so him using dirty tricks like this is welcome. It makes sense. Then he gets even dirtier. He fires a ki blast at Bulma, and Goku does the save, but this time he shoots another one at Bulma, and Vegeta saves her, which I'm sure Maria was very happy about. You're trying to attack Vegeta's wife. Frieza probably has no idea what happened to Vegeta the previous arc, and I really like this. I really love this because now Vegeta is even more mad. Now he already hated Frieza, but now that he tried to attack his wife, Vegeta's more mad, and we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that here because this actually leads to something that I really like. So Goku and Frieza headbutt each other in the sky, and Goku tells him don't attack anybody else, and Frieza of course laughs at him. Then Frieza does it again. What happens is Goku and Frieza fire these heavy beams at each other, and then they all end up landing in like different parts of the battlefield. One of the shots lands in Jocko's ship, and then Jocko freaks out because it literally lights his whole ship on fire. He runs in there to fix it, and then he finds out that the picture of him and his girlfriend or his wife or whatever was burned. I thought that was hilarious. He's like freaking out. Like, I feel bad for Jocko. That picture he has of his chick is burned, like her face was burned. I love that touch. So I love how right afterward Frieza and Goku start fighting like, hand-to-hand combat. It was kind of more Dragon Ball Z old school with like the fast animation shots. It wasn't as smooth or realistic as the movie, like I said earlier. It is two different fights, so I do suggest if you, in years, years later, when you go back and revisit this, I do suggest watching both the movie and the arc, because you are going to get two different fights, which I like. I mean, I like that. Frieza goes for an eye poke. Shades of Rowdy Roddy Piper. Again, old school wrestling right here. I love it. Goku blocks the eye poke. Just great, great, great stuff. So then Vegeta jumps to the fight, and initially it looks like he's attacking Frieza, but no, he goes after Goku, and Goku's surprised, and Vegeta is upset, and he's mad at Goku for not taking the fight seriously, or so it seems. Then it gets interesting. So Frieza's kind of confused about what's going on, and in this version, Vegeta is like kissing his ass very strangely. Now, I like this a lot, because in the movie there's a scene, if you guys remember, where Vegeta attacks Goku while Goku's fighting Frieza, and Frieza's like, oh, Vegeta must be coming, he must be going back to his old ways, he might, this is actually explained. I think Vegeta, when Frieza tried to kill Bulma, I think that Vegeta in his head came up with this trap. I think, and this is again my thoughts, could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. Vegeta is like fake kissing his ass. He even goes to Frieza and he says something like, congrats on reviving Lord Frieza. And he starts clapping. And Frieza's thinking, oh, Vegeta is back to being my guy. Like, Vegeta wants to be like my servant again, even though he almost killed his wife. Frieza wasn't using his head here. I think Vegeta is setting him up to eventually, of course, freak out on him, which is coming up in a few episodes. I love it, though. I think it actually makes more sense. Even though Vegeta could own his ass, nonetheless, still, we haven't really seen the power of Golden Frieza yet, but we will soon. Of course, Vegeta keeps clapping and clapping. This is great stuff, and Frieza freaks out. He's like, stop clapping, stop. He's like freaking out. Please stop. Because I guess the clapping pissed him off. So Goku convinces Vegeta just to sit this one out for now. Goku talks about, let me show you what I'm really made of, and he powers up. And it's a yellow aura at first, so I was like, wait a minute, are they going to go from yellow to blue? But no, but they did kind of. The hair didn't change yet, but the yellow transformed into like a blue. It was almost the exact same shot as the movie when Goku first transforms. And it becomes, of course, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, Super Saiyajin Godo, Super Saiyajin, or you can call it blue as well. Great music in this scene. The sky starts to turn dark. People have criticized Sumitomo for his soundtrack, and there's been good and bad points. This is one of the good points. He's on point with his transformations, right? The SS God transformation was great. The SS God SS one is just as good. Just great music, epic shit. We see Kai Osama as well, and he's freaking out over the God power. We have not seen Kai in a long time, because those of you know his voice actor was changed, and we still don't know what's up with that. I'm still waiting to get back and hear an update on that. If I do, I'll definitely let y'all know in the channel sometime. I'll let y'all know in one of my videos. But he's there, and it wasn't the same voice actor, and he's like surprised. And earlier in the episode, they actually showed Mr. Popo for the first time, which really did surprise me, only for a second though. Now, in the TV version, in this episode, Goku gives the exact same explanation of the SS God SS power. Super Saiyan God with the power of Super Saiyan, the same as the movie, the same as all the guidebooks, and then Krillin all of a sudden can no longer sense Goku's ki. Why? Because it's God power. Goku's tapping into God ki, and once again, the argument between red and blue is over, because one of the arguments that people made was, oh, well, he's only using a little bit of God ki. He's not using complete God ki, which is 100% fan-made bullshit headcanon, which I can't fucking stand. I've been fighting this argument for 6 months now, or 8 months, or however long it's been. I think it's been 6 months, and I'm sick of it. If at this point you cannot accept that blue is stronger than red, I think that you are stupid, all right? I believe you're stupid. Sorry. There's just too much evidence to suggest it, and really, I might do a video soon about this, like an updated video about every single reason why blue is stronger than red. So Goku shows his power. Krillin can't sense it, and that's pretty much the cliffhanger. Next week, we're going to get Golden Frieza debuting, which we expected, and they're going to fight. Overall, I enjoyed the episode. I think the movie version of the actual fight scenes was better, but the episode had a lot better character beats and character moments, and I really enjoyed that. I really, really did enjoy it. That's pretty much it. Those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts below. What do you think? How do you feel about the episode? I give it a thumbs up. It was I still like the movie fight more, but there's still better character moments here. I'm kind of split on that, but I still enjoyed it. So check it out. Anyways, thanks again for watching the video. Let me know your thoughts below. Leave me a like if you like what I have to say. And even if you don't like what I have to say, just rate it. Let me know what you think. You might have hated the episode. You might have loved it. I want to know in the comment section below. And spread the word about the channel if you haven't. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. Holiday season's still kicking. I hope y'all have a great one. I'll catch y'all down the road.